Hello, my name is Akimat. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And normally I talk about relationships, marriages, man, woman, you know. And today I'll be discussing a very important issue. Well, before I start, please consider subscribing to my channel. I am supposed to be uploading videos like 2 times a week. I sometimes fall short, but I promise I'll try and be, doing the needful so that we can grow this channel. Um, Today I'm addressing a very controversial issue, and I'll title this "Husband Snatching 101." Yeah. So I'm going to paint some scenarios now. So you meet a guy, you work together, you like him, he's so fine, tall, dark, and handsome, that kind of a guy, and then he's well read, well spoken, well educated. You just like everything about him and what he's about. But in the process, you notice that he has a shining wedding ring. But at this point, you don't even care anymore. You just like him. You gel. You are connected one way or the other. And it comes to men now. They always come. And one thing led to another. You just found yourself you're calling him, you're texting him. Anytime you have anything to say, he's the first person that pops in your mind. You call him, you text him, office hours, odd hours, weekends, weekdays, all the time. He's on your mind. But this guy happens to be married. But you don't care. You just, you're falling in love with him. For some reasons, aside the maybe office hours that you normally spend together, he starts to come to your home during the weekends. So you're spending a lot of time together with this guy. But he has to go home because the wife is home, the kids are home. Maybe he has 2 or 3 kids, and or even one sometimes. But he has to go home. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that we women we allow all these things to happen all the time, and then for some reasons you start imagining your life with him, what it would be like. You start offering things that maybe the wife at home will not be able to offer him. He needs money. Oh, okay, I have. He wants sex. Okay, you can do all the wild things, all the things beyond his imaginations that you've seen. You can live your fantasies, or he can live his fantasies with you. The woman at home may be doing only, when we have kids, women, maybe doing just one style, and then you are offering him all sorts. And then he wants to eat, you use your hand to pound yam for him. You don't even use pound yam. No, pound yam is for the lazy women. So all the things is always fancied, but isn't getting from his wife. You start offering this man. But at the end of the day, at the end of the weekend, at the end of everything, he needs to go home. And he goes to his wife. At a point, you are no longer satisfied by being the side chick, the side meat. You want to be the real meat. And then you start, we women, we can imagine things now. We start imagining our lives with this person. And then we do everything physically, sexually, you know. We do everything emotionally, manipulate this man until maybe one day he now starts saying, okay, what am I even doing with this woman at home? I'm getting everything I need to get with this other one. So why am I still married to her? Why in fact this one is even, sexier, yummier, more beautiful, more available. She listens. She's everything I've ever wanted I'm not getting at home. Then the men will now start looking for, how the one at home would really start, causing problems so that there can be fights. And then one day there's a big fight, and then he moves out, and goes and lives with this girl that has been on the side. And then they start living together. Some will get sense and then move back home and then go and beg the one at home. But some may never have sense. They just follow the woman outside. She has been manipulating things anyway in a very nice way. And finally she's bagged the man she's always wanted. The man that has kids, the man that has a wife, the man that has a family that has to cater for things. So and then he goes and then they start living together. One day she's not comfortable with living together with this man. She wants to marry him. And then she is manipulated into marriage. And that happens a lot until karma strikes. When that kind of karma strikes, they usually come with makeup on their faces and on their face. Let me just assume that it's one. And when karma strikes, they come and then something happens. And the point of my video is that, see, we've seen this kind of scenarios play out all the time. It happens all the time. I think my own generation, we met it. It will always be there. Some men just, been silly enough to just, abandon their family and for one reason or the other, for some women. Sometimes it could be genuine, as in maybe there's abuse, there's violence, and he needed to leave. But more often than not, there was nothing. Maybe just minor quarrel, and then the man leaves and starts to live with the mistress, and they live for maybe 5, sometimes 10 years, and one day the scale falls from his eyes, and then he realizes that what am I doing? What is this? This woman is not even the woman I thought she was. I was better off with my wife. What happened to my kids? What am I doing with this lady? Whatever jazz she may have used, that thing just clears eventually. What I'm trying to say is that, see, women, don't build your happiness on someone else's sorrow. There's no reason. If you wait long enough, sometimes it takes time. Yeah, a lot of times it takes time. Especially nowadays. Don't 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 build your happiness. Don't build your home. Don't build your marriage, your union, your relationships. If the guy is married, run far away. Don't be a home wrecker. They say there's no the man that is snatched is not a handbag or whatever. We hear all those kind of things. Men are not handbag. You cannot snatch anyway. You wanted to be snatched. That was why it was snatched. But sometimes we women facilitate some unnecessary things, some unnecessary relationships. Some marriages should not have been. We make them happen and then we regret. I'm saying this because this week in the news, there's been an actress that apparently snatched another director, blah blah blah, and then the news has been all over the place that she was a homewrecker, and then Kama now came, and then they've separated. It happens a lot. I have friends. I have a friend, a very close friend that had that issue too. She manipulated the guy out, leaving his wife and 3 kids. And then at a point, everything was good the first year. The second year, she now discovered that the guy was not all that she expected. And at the end of the day, they are no longer together. I don't know if the ex-wife will take him back now, because I think they are begging her or something. But then how do you do that? Go follow another woman for some years and then come back. If I were the one, I'm sorry, I would not agree. I will not agree. That is me. You can't go for some years and then come back. Then me, I'll be waiting. Then, no, sorry. What I'm trying to say is that, see, stop wrecking homes, women, ladies. Find your own husband. I've seen, I've, I've, I've been in both scenarios. I've been the woman that was supposed to be the other. But immediately I saw that, man, this thing is not going to work. It doesn't work in most cases. It doesn't work. If he came to you and is absolutely divorced with no other strings, maybe you could even consider that kind of a man. But if he's coming to you from a marriage, he's still in a marriage, and you say that is your own boyfriend, and he's attentive, he likes you, he gets you, he is connected with you, and he has to live a marriage, to be married to you, to be with you. Man, you are building your castles on nothing. The karma comes. It's always around the corner. As Yoruba people will say, Pashonta fi no yale. Over in the past, over loke aja. Now, over labe pillow. It's whatever is done to that woman, it would, no matter who you are, no matter how sophisticated, how pretty, how this, how that, he's bound to do it to you too. So my message today is that, see, there are still some girls wishing, hoping, praying that he leaves his wife so that you can have him. Go and look for that single guy. Go and look for the guy that has been divorced for years, that does not go home anymore, he's no longer married, that you can ask people and they'll say that this guy is divorced. The wife has even remarried. Go and marry all those ones. Or talk to him about being a second wife. I think that one is even better than snatching a man. Using charms sometimes. All these things that they are selling on Instagram to collect another person's husband. All those kind of things, man. It backfires. It backfires, I will tell you. I know that a lot of you would know but will still do it because you just like the man. He's so fine. He's rich. He's well connected. He's that, is that. If he wants to marry you and he really likes you, let's be see, because at a point, the way I'm seeing this life going, we'll still go back to those our African roots. African roots of polygamy. That is playing out a lot. Instead of leaving his wife and kids, let him be a second wife. If you can snatch a man, manipulate him out of his marriage, you can tell him to stay with the other wife, be on your own, be the second wife, and be having his kids. I think that's a better option than just outrightly just taking him away, taking their kids sometimes, so that to join you, building this big house of bubbles, house on nothing. Anyway, what do I know? Every relationship is different. Every marriage is different. I am just talking to girls that are maybe in that kind of a situation where right now the guy that is coming is married. Tell him not to leave his wife. Tell him that you're ready to do number two. Don't manipulate him to leave his wife and marry you. This is Africa. Polygamy still works. Polygamy happens. It's more often than not. It is even practiced. Because if a man has a wife and he has a side, so that's some kind of polygamy that is unofficial. Be official. Be married to this guy. Be his second wife. But I doesn't leave his kids, his wife. Tell him that. If he doesn't want that, then he should go. Simple. But meanwhile, find your own husband. That's the message. Find your own guy. There are guys around. If you wait enough, if you pray enough, you'll discover that your own is just around the corner. You could take time. Some people meet theirs in their 20s. Some when they are 19. Some in their 30s. Some met theirs in their 40s. So please don't be in a hurry. The people that are married want to get out there. Anyway, it's not. So a lot of people that are married are not enjoying it. So why the rush? If your own comes in your late 30s, fine. If it comes in your 40s, okay. You have your kids. You are fine. You are established. People respect you for that. So please, ladies, that is my message. This video is not about teaching people out of snatch, even though I labeled that, but we know that there is a lot of snatching. Men have been turned to handbags that you snatch, unfortunately. But it's not really about snatching, it's about manipulating them. We can do that as women, but we shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be doing that. Stop doing it. Leave him. Delete his number. Block him on all the social media. Don't let him come to you if he's married and you're single. Don't let him come. Block him. I mean, your own single guy that is single and free and available, and your own that you even thank God I waited. It's coming. It's around the corner. So let this guy go. Let this marriage show him the door. Don't even entertain. If you work together, ask to be posted out of that place. Like you don't even see him. No one will come. Honestly, he will come. Thank you very much for listening to me. Consider subscribing to this channel. There's a lot to still share. There's a lot to talk about. This is man-woman issue. It doesn't end. We always have things to talk about. Every relationship is different. Every human being is different. Whatever is happening in my own marriage is different from what's happening in next door person's marriage. No matter how similar that we are, no two marriages is the same. No two human beings are the same. We all have different experiences. So there's a lot more to share. I'll try and be uploading videos more often. It should be twice a week, as I said. And I don't know why I've been falling short, but I promise to do more of these videos. So thank you very much. Till next time. Bye bye.